Good afternoon, Rebitaka.
Good afternoon, Taka, Santosh, Kenji, Benito. Kenji.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Taka and or
So I think, yeah, every time they are late. So we can start first. Reverend Santosh, can you offer the prayer?
Beloved Heavenly Parents and our precious two parents, after the kickoff ceremony of 4040, centering on the leadership of President Hori, we are ready to march forward to reach the goal, to reach the destination, to conquer the fort and offer a beautiful testimony and beautiful result in front of our beloved two parents, two mothers' altar. With this determination, we are here to analyze the last week and make report the last week and make plan for the next week and move forward together as one spirit, one heart, centering on our beloved leader, Reverend Taka Yamada here in Oceania. Bless this, please bless this moment, this precious moment. We really determined to go forward together. So I pray in my name, Santos Sam Rogel, the Center Blessed Family of Changil Aju.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Maybe Reverend Santosh, can you call to Reverend Jong?
Okay.
So we can start. So maybe report first. Reverend Kenji, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, Reverend Taka and all the leaders of Oceania. Yeah, past week. So last Wednesday was the Anshil, and so we had Anshil evening online service as usual. And since we started, more deep contents we could share, despite the numbers are small, which is good. And the Sunday service, yeah, still the trying to figure out the right format. At time to time, the new guest and the parent of the members, they join in, and which made the good atmosphere. We really wanting the everybody to be part of the Sunday service, the making, and we try to ask the each members to contribute something in the service and also the church community in general. Small things such as even the cleaning the garden, cleaning the chapel. So anyway, we cannot force them to do that, but the spontaneous, the volunteerism is welcome. Then now the young couple who they bring the small kids, baby, makes the vibrant the community in a way, and really hope that more younger families gonna join in our service. And so we are anyway preparing to launch the home group in the south area of the Auckland and also the west, and really would like to implement the home group the setting to raise the new people in the family setting, and Sunday service as the broader community development by inviting the new people. That's the strategy that we are trying to develop. And also for the evangelism outreach, actually we've found that some Korean churches rapidly increasing the membership in New Zealand even, and we were very curious about what they have been doing, and we were invited to Shincheonji Church. Any of you know about the Shincheonji, New Heaven and Earth Church? Founder is the Pastor Lee. He started the church in 1984, and now the 200,000 the membership in worldwide, and in New Zealand even they got 4 or 5 the full-time members, and so we are invited to visit their place, and yeah, their approach is that trying to invite the old church organization to make the MOU, Memorandum of the Understanding, to one body in Christ. Anyway, we explain about we got a broader the approach for us to convey the message of the true love and family value. They really wanting us to work together. So anyway, thousands of young people graduated from the seminary course, 6 months online seminary course, and thousands of the young people join in every year. That's an amazing, amazing phenomena that they are making. Actually, that's the one who was the nationally persecuted when COVID was spread. That's the church, Shincheonji Church, and we share kind of the experience of the persecution from the government. Anyway, really hope that some kind of development gonna take place between us. They know that we are not be able to really fully join in their, the teachings and the initiative, but at least we should be able to work together to promote the good things in society, community and society here. I think that's all from the New Zealand this time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Welcome, Reverend John. So please, Reverend John.
Yeah, greetings from Utah, everyone. Yeah, just spent obviously the time in the workshop in Melbourne, and so participated in that and met a few people, and it was very good, like atmosphere and energy, and I see also a closer relationship with the two different youth groups that we have. We've got a ASGI, which is Australian Second Gen Initiative, which is basically more concerned with elder second gen that aren't so connected, and then we have the youth second gen, and this time was, I think, the closest working together that they've had for a long time, and they want to continue working together, and I see that as a good progress. And so a lot of workshops happened, and in Melbourne, and even one is happening here on the 15th and 16th, with Young Min Yu, who's helping to give us a small workshop, and they're staying at our Granville house. So I see that as a great move forward. Also spending a lot of time trying to get those goals and reports done. And I don't know if you saw, I just sent it to you just before we started. That's why a little bit late coming in. I just wanted to make sure that I sent it to you before I let too much more time pass. And hopefully those numbers are okay. And then just considering what sort of strategies to really engage in witnessing, in the different areas of one-to-one and group. Primarily, they're the two areas that we have in Australia. We have a couple of teams that are witnessing one-to-one, and how to make that a regular pattern, so that we're always having new people receive education and then want to study further and want to even go on to be blessed, and then help them to become full members. And the second one is group witnessing. What is the strategy with our existing Mandaean community, Mr. Sorby, how we can move that to the next level of actually educating people that belong to his tribe. And he's always traveling. Is he back yet? I'm not sure he's back yet, is he?
No.
Yeah, he came back.
Did he come back?
Yeah. When did you communicate? Last communication?
Oh, I sent something to him this morning.
This morning?
Hasn't told me that he's back, but yeah, if he's explained it to you or someone else, yeah.
Because I sent the message 3 days, 4 days ago. You are busy in the overseas. If you come back, let's meet. Then he said, I arrived today or something like this.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Please double check again.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to keep in contact and to ask again for his assistance in, we still plan to do some jewelry business with him, and just how we can do that. He was saying that when he came back to connect up and to connect with his son, who will actually manage and oversee it. And so, yeah, so we have two sort of things happening with Mr. Sorby, and one is, how do we actually have him successfully witness and bless his tribe, and then at the same time, how many of them can actually be members with us. And obviously they need to be sort of like joint members, in the sense that they are keeping their faith, which is Mandaean, and also supporting us in our activities. And if we can get a new category of the way in which others are members, because we don't want to change their faith, we just want to bring them into the Heavenly Parents' holy community, and how to structure it so that they can join it in a similar way as Rotary or the Lions, where they have this group and they're focused on a certain purpose. Both the Lions and Rotary are more physically based, not so spiritual, but yeah, it's just I'm sort of thinking that we have to, this family church, or not use the word church, but family association or family club is too simple, but they can join that and still maintain their faith, because and so I'm just thinking of how we create a new skin in which people can connect to, and the skin has to be all embracing in whatever faith they have, or whatever tradition, but as long as we can guide them to the blessing, and then they can support activities that we have, and also give a regular donation or tithe, or even membership, because when people join, they usually have annual membership fees. And so how to have our religious organization, even because we are registered as a not-for-profit in Australia, And the interesting thing about Australia's not-for-profits, just a designation of it can determine whether it's religious or non-religious, but they all have the same status and equivalence in the government as being an association that is not for profit, and Family Federation is that. And so I'm just thinking there must be a way to rebrand ourselves so that we're not going backwards in the sense of becoming a church among many, but we want to be an umbrella group of many. So I'm just thinking like that, and I'm sure I'll discuss more with Reverend Yutaka and others about the actual way in which we can do that. So I think that's it for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So later a little bit also we can check about those points again. W1, W2, W3. I think some of you doesn't know about this one. Maybe later we discuss. Reverend Santos, please.
Good afternoon, Reverend Yutaka and our leaders. For Fiji, even it's in small number, every week we are having an introduction seminar. Last week we had 5 newcomers, peace members who came and attended the peace seminar. Usually they have 2 to 3 hours seminar in Fiji. So I believe that brothers and sisters will regularly attend that seminar. Number 2 is Sister Sanam from Fiji came here. She attended the True Parents Life course, and she's coming back from Melbourne today. So after she will come back, then I'll get a reflection from her. How was her impression? I think that was good that since her husband Rocky is involved now, it's good that she could know more about True Parents. For UPF Sydney, so we are planning and going ahead for one program, but 2 days. One is Peace Conference on the 26th August, together with Chinese People's Federation and Women's Federation. The next is Peace Road on 27th August, together with all those organizations. So I'm regularly writing, visiting the concerned people here in Starfield. I'm focusing especially this Starfield Council. So communicating with the councillors, the mayor's office, and then different NGOs, the local NGOs and community group here. And also, we already sent out the nomination forms for Living for Others Award. The Living for Others Award will be held in December, but we already started the processing. Thank you, Jenny, for doing that this morning. We have to still have some discussion. I believe Reverend John, myself, and Jenny can continue for next 10 minutes after this meeting. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Next, Reverend Ito, please.
Okay, good afternoon, leader of Oceania. As far as the Marshall Island, we as usual, we continue every Sunday service. Sunday service is still our basic. We are still not yet church level, like witnessing cell level. So we try to make our goal should be quickly try to how to make double. Anyway, in this 70 days condition, we try to make over 30 toward 40 and expanding for new, and also recovering who was old one, who is less former member, or a first couple who is a little bit long time and absent. Just come back one by one. Last week, there's one first couple VIP came and attend our Sunday service, and he will receive soon holy wine, our True Mother's holy wine. Then I utilizing him to expand for VIP side, and he is also a little bit government business doing. So business side and government side, And also he connected with establishing church, especially Reformed Congregation Church in Marshall Island. So we try to expand through him. For 1 point, make like a line. If 2 persons make a line, 3 persons make a surface, and 4 persons make a 4-position foundation in such a way from 1 point to the expand. And one person is also former CAP leader. He wants to be pastor, and he is coming every Sunday now. And so from him, I try to expand in such a way for multiply his career together as a teacher. He was a teacher. And also the other thing is my son Takaaki will soon finish 3-day ceremony and started family. If he's become a stable blessed couple, he can walk well. And he speaks fluently Marshallese. He trying to translate English to Marshallese language, and has many contact to make a HTM, expand to HTM family oriented this line for this side. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Next, Mrs. Margaret, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm using my phone. Our power was just cut off a few minutes ago. But using data works. This last Sunday, we had a good Sunday service with our regulars, and we explained about the outreach, and we need to make teams, what we're calling cells. So one is Japanese, and he's a judo instructor. So he has his own group. And the other 2 are twins, and they have their own chat groups. So we're now going to be discussing different outreach flyers, and possibly getting into making reels or TikTok. The twins are good at that, so they said they can help with that. So that's, and then our couple. So we have 3 that we are trying to develop now to have different outreach with. So that was a good discussion on Sunday. And yesterday we were invited to speak to the 26 incoming freshman students into the Catholic high school for this coming school year. They have their summer program, and we were able to give character education, and we have developed based on one of the books that has been written called Educating for True Love. It's something that I gathered information from Alan Saunders when we were in the States. And so we developed that, merging it with UPF character education of discovering the real me. And we gave that presentation. We were given an hour to give this presentation. With so Tim did the character based on risky behaviors, and then I did educating for love. And we did the pre and post test, and it was very interesting what these students are thinking about. And we have just finished writing a report to the principal of the school, encouraging him and his team to invite us again in this coming school year. We told them we normally do a Pure Love Pledge at the end of this program, and we would like to come and do it for each of the grades from 9th all the way to 12th. In the Catholic school system, the students at senior year will have what they called a confirmation ceremony. So we encourage them to invite us back and to be able to do this program to help them prepare their students for confirmation, as well as offering to speak to their teachers in science as well as religion. If they want to gather their teachers, will give this presentation and they can run it in the school without having to have us come every time. So that was a very good day yesterday. And one good thing that we found was, I don't know if you've heard of the 40 years and counting chat group. These are blessed members of 2075 in the United States and elsewhere who have created a chat group, and we joined that chat group. And one of the couples named Gail and Gary Vid have done a video of the wife named Gail explaining the title of her interview on YouTube is How I Met My Messiah. I recommend that if everybody can log on to that 40 years and counting, you can see her video. But her video really takes her life from the beginning of joining to why. At any rate, long story short, we sent it to our ambassadors for peace, some of them, and the vice president replied immediately. She sat through listened to the whole thing. And in this testimony, Gail testified to true parents as the Messiah. So our vice president listened to it and was so inspired, and she quickly responded, I sat and listened to the whole testimonial. Thank you for sending it. So we were very happy to hear that. So looking for materials that we can advance the Ambassador for Peace to go deeper with our movement. And still in the process of organizing the office, we need to have shelves. We already got a Wi-Fi in there, but we need to really make it a suitable place to invite VIPs as well as Ambassador for Peace, you know, and because it's in the convent, everybody knows where it is and everybody wants to see the convent. So that's a great thing.
Convent?
So
What
that's
is
it from Palau. Huh?
convent? What's the convent?
Convent. Yeah, the nun's house. It's
Oh,
called a convent.
I see. Nuns
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, for 50 years, they've been only women staying in that convent.
Oh,
And so when some family members heard that we have an office at the convent, one relative says, so Tim is becoming a priest and Margaret is becoming a nun.
wow. Special place.
So yeah, it's unusual situation.
Reverend Tim can enter there?
Yeah, well, it's an apartment, you know, they have their own convent home and we are in the apartment. So actually the relatives are saying, well, that is great because now Tim can help the nuns with all the things they need to do and fixing this and fixing that, which he already started doing already.
Interesting.
So, yeah. So what I was saying last time was one of the nuns, the Mother Superior, the boss, is a first cousin to Johnson Toribio.
Mhm.
And we asked her if we have, once we set up and have a dinner and bring Johnson Toribio, his younger brother, Joel, who's also an ambassador for peace, if we invite them, can you come over and tell your story, why you became a nun? Because I asked her, do they know why you became a nun? And she said, no. And so I said, if we invite them, and she was very excited because they're Seventh-day Adventists. So that's a good thing that might happen as we develop this office.
Seven-day Adventist also has a nun. They cannot get married
No.
also.
No. Seventh-day Adventists, they get married. The pastors are married. It's a
Oh.
Protestant derivative of a Baptist church.
So Protestant is okay, right? Only Catholic, right?
Yeah, only Catholics have nuns, and of course the Buddhists, they have nuns also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Monk.
monks. Yeah. So right now there's only 3 nuns, and they're in their 70s. That means that they're witnessing to young women is not working, and the
Oh.
priest, there's only one local priest, and the other one died. So they're witnessing to new priests is also not working. So we're not so far behind in witnessing. Theirs has been in Palau. The Catholic Church is over 100 years. And now their leadership is dwindling. So anyway, that's how I look at it. We can do better.
Yeah. Wow. Many
Yeah.
Christians are difficult now.
Yeah. So anyway, I talked to the principal of the high school, and I told him that we want to make an article for the newspaper. And he says, send me the report. He will talk to the director, then his board. And then if they approve, then it will go to the newspaper. So we've done the report. Now we're waiting for their approval. And then we want to have Moses, our ambassador for peace, print it in the media. Because the article, Tim wrote the article that really explains well the role of the parents and the need for teenagers to get enough sleep and to learn self-control and all this good stuff. So it's a way to advertise to other schools. And hopefully if we get a grant, we'll be able to go to all the schools and receive some funding for it. That's what we're aiming to do.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Reverend Stone, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yutaka, all leaders. Okay, a few points. First of all, just a bit of an update on the Cambodia ILC. There's been some interesting developments over the last week. Perhaps I can just share the screen. Is that okay?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah. We're having regular meetings, sometimes 2 or even 3 times a day, to organise this. So yesterday we had a meeting with Honourable Eknath, and once again he explained that through this ILC Cambodia, we're working directly with the Royal Government of Cambodia, also the Asian Vision Institute, which is their local partner, which is the think tank connected to the government, which UPF is connected with. So he's explaining that this is part of the process for democratization, moving towards democratization of Cambodia. He's saying that this is True Mother's very, very much connected to all this. So our internal mission is to guide this, democratization process, to support the good relationship between Hun Sen and True Mother, and to guide this new direction for a heavenly Cambodia. So, yeah, we need to really promote this relationship through this ILC. It began as an ILC, but it's kind of moving more towards a summit. Some very interesting things is But now, just as of a couple of days ago, True Mother is going to send her message. And additionally, she's going to send a team of 3 for the Peace TV team to attend and, to record it, on video and so on and promote it to the whole worldwide movement. Yeah, so this, just very, very briefly, this book is the book that we've been working on hard. This is the book. There's a 20-page book that we'll be handing out to everyone. It's got the message from the founders, and interestingly, we just got yesterday, I think, the message from Hun Sen directly with his signature. So that's a really very interesting point. Of course, the message from the organisers with our new UPF president, Dr. Charles Young. And also, of course, the representative of the chairman of the Asian Vision Institute for Cambodia, and also Honorable Eknard. So anyway, this is the schedule. These are some of the key speakers that will be taking place. As I said, there's like 5 or 6 former heads of state will be involved, as well as our new leadership, which will be introduced to Prime Minister Hun Sen. There's going to be an official meeting of probably around 50 of our participants going to the Prime Minister's office to meet with him. And then some of the key ones, just a few, will stay behind to personally meet with him. So it's really, promoting the relationship, the ongoing relationship with Cambodia there. As you know, Mother is working to bring, national restoration. So this is a very exciting thing. A very nice book, actually, this one. So we produced it, which is rather just in the Asia Pacific. So I think it's probably one of the best publications we've made. I can even make it available if people would like it. Of course, this is specifically for this conference, but there are pages which could be used also. Stop sharing. Here we go. For some of our other events, why not? Okay. I'll be leaving on Monday, this coming Monday. Give us a few days to prepare, and also I think Reverend Yutaka's leaving, and maybe even earlier than that. So the next point is just there's a World Clergy Leadership Conference coming up in Las Vegas. Dr. Ki-Hoon Kim is now, I think, posted to Las Vegas, and he's having a WCLC conference there from the 27th of July through to the end of July, and there will be a pilgrimage. So we have our representative from the Asia Pacific region, which is Father De Jesus, a priest who's on the steering committee for WCLC. He'll be going, and I'll be going as well. So I think it's an opportunity to make closer relationship with WCLC and ACLC in particular. And hopefully we can get some more educational materials and find out what they're doing more with the Christian outreach. So President Hori's been encouraging me to find out those things on this journey. Regarding the congratulatory videos, they're due in just 4 days, on the 16th and the 7th. I know that Kenji's been a little bit unsure what to do. I just posted in the chat a little bit of what Dr. Young is asking for. It's a 30-second videos, of course, from the nations that participated in the Korean War as military combatants, which is New Zealand and Australia in the case of Oceania. So I hope that Reverend Santos, Reverend John, and Reverend Kenji, you can make efforts in the next few days to try to get a video across. Dr. Young particularly is asking for that. Of course, it's to do with also the Peace Road project, which they're doing in Korea, but they're linking it with the 70th anniversary of the armistice to end the Korean War. As you know, something like, 3 million people were killed over 3 years, one of the worst wars. And this armistice marks the end of that destruction. And what they're doing, they're commemorating that. They're just asking for people to say, well, just what do you think of the significance of that? Anyway, I've sent you, the sort of explanation and request from Dr. Young. So I hope you can make sense of that and just see if you might be able to get one or two people to actually just give a 30-second video for that, so that we can support our new chairman of UPF worldwide, and of course the peaceful reunification of North South Korea. This is what it's contributing to. Yeah. All right. I think I've just sent also in the chat and also by email 2 new videos for UPF. One is the links so you can download. So, for example, Margaret, send it over to to the TV station. I think they'd love it. I think Joel would love it. There's 2. One is on the Peace Summit. The 2023, just in May, we had in May. And so the Vice President of Palau went there, sent it to her as well. She features in this. You can see her right there in the middle of the screen. So I would say it's a really good way, as you asked, promoting, UPF and the work that we're doing for peace in the world. I also sent this to Mr. Sobby and Mr. Amar, his media person. So I'm hoping for a response from them soon. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Reverend Stone. So you are going to Cambodia on 17, right?
Yes, 17th in the evening.
17 evening. I will leave 19 evening
Oh, okay, yeah.
later.
Yep.
Okay, then Jenny, Maimi, do you have something? Okay, Maimi, Jenny, do you have something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Revenue Taka and all leaders. Last night, we've had our database meeting, and we are really serious in selecting now the names and arranging our database. So I want to share my screen because I will show the status of our database this time. So weekly, they are now monitoring if we are encoding our attendance and tithes record. So for the last Sunday, we can see that we can only Sydney and Melbourne have recorded here. I just yet to record here from small island nations. From the first week of July, that's why we have here Palau and Samoa and Vanuatu, because they're submitting their attendance name list to me. So yeah, we highly encourage that, especially here, Reverend Kenji, to record from here your attendance. Also, Reverend Ito, not just attendance, but also tithes. So we can categorize members if they are regular, associate, something like that. If you cannot retrieve records from the last months, just please start to use it this month from the first week of July and then continuously. So thank you, Reverend Margaret, for submitting your records. Also for Fiji, I think we taught Balami to use this, but I'm now communicating Iris, so she can do this one. Yeah. And the next thing is, please send to me your testimonies if you have for the last vigil and for your witnessing activities. Text, video, or photo is okay. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. So, Rowan, do you have something? Okay, so I will share the PowerPoint. Can you see the PowerPoint? So these things are presentatory and Reverend Kajikuri is emphasizing now. And 70 days and 40-40 action. So I think Artemochi is asking all nations to prepare this PowerPoint, especially goal, strategy. So first target is the completion of the database. So which Jenny showed to now, database implement is really important. I think once you apply these things, they're not so much difficult to update continuously because depends on your membership. If you don't have so many members, it's easy to make. And only I think Australia, New Zealand, Solomon are so many people. Other is maybe less than 100 people, right? So this one, database, everyone, do you have a code? Who doesn't know about this database, which Jenny showed? Rabbi Santos doesn't know. This nationally is really important to know these things.
Because Balami is doing that, so I didn't get involved in this.
Who is involved? Because this is monitoring is important. Even some person will do, but monitoring, checking, asking, and also the analyzing, this is under national leader. So please also talk with Jenny and get. Reverend John, you are checking well, right? Yes. Kenji-san, you know those things? Okay. Reverend Ito?
Yes, I can see, but because of this too heavy, I cannot download. So,
This is, I think, online website.
oh,
So maybe you have to study one time. Mrs.
Okay.
Margaret? I see not here. So basically this put the information. Then after that, just check who attend Sunday service this week, who attend Sunday service next week, and also tithing, who tithes this month. So I think information is only these things. Then automatically they will generate how many regular, how many associate, how many register, how many inactive members. And yesterday, and recently so many meetings, even one day, 2 or 3 meetings, yesterday registration meeting, database meeting, account meeting, so many meeting is happening now. So anyway, those information is some basic checking our situation. So type your membership and also put your Sunday service and tithing information. Then those name and number will come out automatically. And yesterday also we discussed if some person who doesn't connect more than 1 year, then don't put under the members, have to bring this person to the guest. So you identify those name list and send to beans. The beans can help to separate those name list from general membership to guest. So if we can arrange these things, then those people become our target to approach, talk, and work together. That's why database settlement is really important. So every week, please check who attend the Sunday service and just input this place. Then we could see this person actually attending 6 months, but suddenly 1 month, no connection. Then maybe we can guess something happening in the family, then also call or visit, right? This person is donating 3 months all the time, but suddenly 3 months no tithing, there may be some problem. So our pastoring side, our church leader side, they have to concern each person's spiritual life. Otherwise, if we don't care, people die, people are alive, donation, not donation, Sunday service, then really this is problem as a pastor. So this 40-40 is kind of the rearrange kind of our attitude as the pastors, how we can love our brothers and sisters. Then organize team to visit share and solve the problem. So those effort is important. Some member is really struggling with leader. Some people is having the kind of misunderstanding or many kind of peoples there. So how we can talk and solve those matter is really important. That's why the first, if you don't know yet, please until next week, try to communicate with Jenny and get the access code, and please log in this page for each national leaders. Then you could see your national situation. So this is very important database. This one can be monitored by Asian Pacific, and even the international headquarters will check directly this country's membership, this country's situation, everything. So even now, many or not, it doesn't matter. But if first is clear, then we can see our development, our effort, or we should approach more. So those development will be clear. That's why starting point, we don't need to show some false number. If they don't come, no need to input. If they come, then come. They don't come, then they don't come. They do donation, then donate. They don't donate. No need to put the fake amount. Now it's just to show the honest current situation is better. Then depends on our effort through 1 week, through 70 days, then we could see their development. That's why please check the membership again. Then more than 1 year, they don't connect, then put to the under guest, even second gen, third gen, breast family, put them to under guest. Then another person, if you put the information, Sunday service and tithing, automatically their status will be generated from regular member, association member or something. So this one, please focus well. If you have question, please ask to Jenny. She will be guiding about these things. So, and the database tithing is once a month is okay. Then Sunday service input is every week. So after Sunday, please put the Sunday service attendance all the time. That's why when you organize Sunday service, you have to check who attend today's Sunday service. Otherwise, difficult to get the information. And if some nation is doing by YouTube, then please think how to get their information or their attendance. This is, I think, depends on the country situation. You have to think how to get the information. Really that person is attend through YouTube. So have to think this way, sending message or something. So those things is important. And the spiritual witnessing cell, this is the goal. That's why Atemochi is asking to make this goal. I had almost all nation submitted, and 1 hour ago I received from Reverend Jong. So I think I still on the checking because already last minute I will check more. So these things, number of active witnessing cell. Active witnessing cell meaning is team. So please check your group. How many witnessing group do you have? And the potential and the goal. And the major church toward 200. So depends on your country. But our Oceania case is not so much many country, I think. So please put this thing. Number 3, current membership, regular associate registered. That's why if you and the database is not clear, then you don't know how many people are regular associate registered. So these things, regular associate register. So register is the lowest standard. Registered standard is once a 6 months, they join our activities, then registers. And more than 6 months to 1 year, they don't have any contact with us, then inactive. So we don't need to put inactive numbers. So Australia database number is around 561 or something, but surely they are not all people are this category. Some is inactive, some is to be the guest. So have to identify those name list or membership again. So this effort, these things is important, and new member and this goal. And now President Hori mentioning about 3 type of witnessing. One is W1, witnessing 1, and witnessing 2, and witnessing 3. So this is strategy we have to target. And next week, we will have a meeting with Reverend Son in Cambodia. And also each sub-region director will explain some model case. So for example, witnessing level 1, this is just one-on-one witnessing. So school witnessing, CAP witnessing, or street witnessing. This target is one person or target is individual. Those activity we will call level 1. Target is one person is level 1. So please analyze what kind of activity of W1 you have. So even any kind of school, any kind of place, any kind of university, if you are witnessing target is one-on-one, everything is level 1. So these things level 1. The witnessing 2, what is the level 2? Level 2 is our target is group. So for example, Oceania model case is kind of the Mr. Sobi. Mr. Sobi is the head of international president of Mandayan community. That's why through witnessing him, we try to witness his group. So that meaning is our target is group, religious group, organization, or Christian church. That's why that case, we can say witnessing 2 activities. So we have to prepare about Mr. Sobi case. What's the model case to fulfill and strategy and complete of this witnessing 2. So these things is the level 2. And also presently emphasize about the PCLC. PCLC target, of course, the pastor, but in the same time, church itself. So through witnessing this head pastor, we try to witness whole churches. So if target is church itself, then we can say this witnessing is level 2, right? That's why I asked to Reverend Kenji to put this one, PCLC, the Reverend Jeff case. Reverend Jeff is contacting to the church leader, right? Indian church leader, right? And working together with them. So already this target is group. So that meaning is those activity is become the W2. So make a clear target. Who is the target of this W2 activities? Then what is the current situation? And what is the process and strategy? So these things we have to prepare that. Then W3 is the nation itself. So Cambodia case, already directly we are contacting to the Cambodia current government, talking to the president or prime minister. That's why, of course, processing or understanding is different, but already we are dealing with the government. That's why we can say this is the witnessing 3. Target is the nation. Already clear, right? We are target the top leader of nation, and dealing activity is W3. So our witnessing is not just changing their religion. We are not thinking to change their religion. How they can work together with true parents and the Holy Community, together with UPF. So those providence or plan is important. That's why I think Mrs. Margaret, Palau is one of the good example. Already you have many communication with the head of states or former head of states. Then I'm not sure you can deal the current president, vice president, or former president. That meaning is Palau can make this W3 strategy, how to deal with Palau nation itself, right? Even you are through Johnson Trevion or through the current vice president. But target is not just to witness only herself, right? We are seeing the vice president, but we are seeing the nation of Palau directly. That's why if you can make this W3 activity, model case, plan, strategy, goal. Then this become kind of a model case for another country. So W3 in Asian Pacific, main success country is now Cambodia. That's why we are dealing with program this time with Cambodia government, right? So those country really possible. So I think Revan Santos emphasized all the time the South Pacific University, right? Revan Santos? South Pacific is okay. If you do witnessing 101 is W1, but for example, you have a plan to deal with chancellor or vice chancellor, how to work together with vice chancellor, then working together with member, or through working together with student and to deal with vice chancellor together with another country's vice chancellor or something until this level, then this witnessing become the W2 group university witnessing. But just the one-on-one witnessing is just W1 level. That's why the South Pacific, if this have a capacity to connect with another country, then have to think how to reach or how to think the process or strategy to witness university itself. Then this become the group witnessing. And if we think to witness some another government through using this student, then this become the W3, I think. That's why those strategy, idea, plan is really needed. That's why when you analyze each country's activities, please analyze again, what is your country's W1 activity, W2 activity, W3 activity, target, process, strategy, and the goal. So those things, each nation have to prepare well. So please think these things. Each nation, I think, different situation, different target. So, and priority is also different. So please think these things. Then this is the current numbers. So share well and the current membership. And the final things, they're emphasizing also the financial situation, about donation situation, expenses. So please analyze this. So this report have to send until today, 11 a.m. Philippine time. So I believe Jenny corrected everything. Jenny corrected everything already? Jenny? So anyway, I believe everyone corrected already. So these things, then after this, I will call you, Reverend John. Then little bit check. Then we can submit. So this 70 days and 40-40 really now new adjustment. That's why many report is coming and sharing also many things. But really, let's do one by one, continuously, then create the foundation. So those effort is, I think, needed. Okay. So this is things. Do you have some question about current activities or situation or PowerPoint? Do you have some? Yes.
This reporting system about online reporting system and then other reporting system, right? One is we direct to the international headquarters, that online, what you showed that we have to have anyway, Balan is doing that, but I'm thinking to check together with Iris or with Jenny. And then again, this side is Chombo, and then this classification of 4 level of membership. Why we are doing this? Why we are not following the straight international headquarters? Why we are creating again this thing?
What is Chombo?
So there is a ribbon, like there is a 4th category, peace.
Present horizon.
Membership, blessed family membership, and Chombo membership. This is here, and again we
This
are
one?
talking about this. Yeah, why we are doing these 2 different things?
I think this is maybe for bigger nation. Small nation is okay. And now the adjustment centering on the database. So if database finish, then those adjustment is not complicated. This is just the present we want to share as the concept how to develop. But basically this one, regular, associate, register, inactive, and guest. Then this is, content is same, right? IHQ1 and this triangle one is same. Regular, associate, register, guest, inactive.
And this side, Chombo, blessed family, single member, guest supporter, what is this then again?
This one is, I think they didn't change because this PowerPoint.
Anyway, for my understanding, like what goes in Australia and what goes in Fiji doesn't work.
Yeah,
So,
that's Fiji case, just focus these things is okay.
which one?
This one, regular, associate, register, guest, inactive. How many guests? How many register? How many associate? How many regular? This one.
Rabitaka,
Hmm.
in context of Australia, so registered, who is registered? A single member comes, who is still studying divine principle, that is registered or not? That is associate or regular. So
I
for
think you
us, this
need
one is very
to,
easy.
you need
Chombo,
to-
blessed family, single member. This one is very easy for a country like Fiji. I don't know other country like Vanuatu or Palau, how they think. For me, this one, Chombo, blessed family, single member, first generation, second generation, and then peace associates. This is very perfect way for the small island nations where there is no membership foundation. Chombo is Chombo, very clear. Blessed family is blessed family, very clear. Single member who are preparing for matching blessing that is very clear.
That's why small island nation is okay, can prepare both things, not difficult. Because no Chombo, not many blessed family. Anyway, just single and peace
There is
membership,
Chombo,
right?
like say Fiji, it's very clear. It's this one, this Chombo, blessed family, single member, and peace association is very easy for Fiji case.
That's why not many people is okay, just can do this. Both things is not complicated, so much things. And left one, especially IHQ is want to check the things. This regular, associate, register, and guest. For Fiji case, even blessed family Chombo, if they come, Sunday service or tithing every time, register members. And another person, everyone is guest. So simple, just put everyone guest. No need to think complicated things. They are guest.
Okay.
Right? So you have to study the standard. It's not difficult. So maybe nation by nation, I'm thinking to have an interview or a meeting, nation by nation meeting, because each nation is different. So we can discuss. So bigger nation case, we can check regular, register, associate, registered guest. This is kind of the helping to take care our membership. So how many Sunday service or tithing? That's why this both things I think need it. So each nation, I think different situation. Okay. So do you have some another question? So anyway, let's try first. Please try this the regular member or those membership things. You can recognize not so much difficult. Just in the beginning, input is a little bit, but after that, just every week, check. You can use 5 minutes. You can finish this report. Then no need to think monthly report. Already this become the monthly report. Okay, so otherwise we can discuss later. So maybe Jenny, you can post this membership category to Kakao group.
Yes, Reverend.
This is the basic membership category. So now supporter is kind of the guest or inactive situation. So you can see. Then in order to fulfill, we need to think what kind of the registration form we need to prepare. That's why before we have to do 7 days workshop or 21 days workshop or so many things. But now President Tori is emphasized just a 3 simple lecture about Heavenly Parent, True Parents, and create the ideal world. If 3 lecture they are happily accept, then maybe we can ask them to become the membership of Family Federation or something like this. Then they join the event. Once or 6 months, they become the regular member or register members. So some people join the PRW in Fiji together with this understanding, then they become the register member already. So depends each nation make a plan according to the strategy. Then we can see. Okay, so anyway,
Just
continue.
curious, when are those three lectures, who's making them and when are they ready?
Everyone is wishing someone will make. So, because now so many Cambodia, right? We are asking the Dr. Kitaro, a few members, but now so busy for Cambodia, many events. So really we have to make something. Otherwise, anyway,
Reverend
not
John,
settled yet.
Yeah, that's okay. So
Everyone is wishing this. So we have to make.
okay.
Can you please write down again and how to make a membership? You said 3 lecture, etc. This is I couldn't catch, so
Okay.
Can you
Actually,
write
this is
down
three lecture itself. Also, we are not confirmed. For example, your country, this lecture is the main lecture to be member. You make a one lecture, and if you authorize, this is the main lecture to make a member, they already, I think, approve. So those things now, realistically, we are discussing what is the better way for guiding the member to work together, not just totally change the religion or something. So many idea we need.
I think that is not bringing us like only the 3 lectures. Eventually, we have to teach whole divine principle, right?
Depends also, this is many now issue about divine principle itself. So what's the main point of divine principle? Divine principle conclusion is now second coming will come, right?
Yeah.
We know already second coming is here, and we explain they are the true parents. So principle can help to develop their life of faith, but in order to make an ideal family, some necessary, some not necessary so much. Christian history, they are not Christian, then even we explain Bible, they don't know anything, right?
Yeah, surely.
That's why we have to think what's the really applicable or good contents.
While we were teaching divine principle in Nepal, or while we were reading divine principle in Nepal, with no concept of Bible, then somehow they were trying to teach. And later, when I myself was teaching that time, so we are talking about the second coming of Elijah. So to tell them the second coming of Elijah, so I have to tell first to explain who is Elijah, right? It took too much complicated, yeah.
Yeah, that's why. More, I think practical things we can create. Already era was changed
That's true.
directly. Okay, so let's continue to discuss. So Reverend Stone, can you offer the closing prayer?
Please join me in closing prayer. Thank you so much, our dear Heavenly Parent, to parents. Once again, we can have our regular weekly meeting for our Oceania leaders. And we know that our region is really so important. Our Father has given us the calligraphy, Unified World Begins from Oceania. We are we're also in the process of a transition. We've moved from the era of restoration before the coming of heaven. Now we are in the era after the coming of heaven, the Chonoguk era, under the leadership of True Mother. So we really need to focus very much to unite with our True Mother in all the directions she is giving. And we need to be able to understand how to be effective in realizing Vision 2025 to restore the nation states, but at the same time, to be able to build up the citizens of Chonoguk across all religious boundaries and barriers. So we need your input. At the same time, Mother has given us very serious direction of Chonchim prayer. So this is so critical right now that we can all involve in this, that we can connect with the spirit world to guide us and to support us and to guide us to reach out to all the people that are prepared, even the 3 levels of witnessing. So very exciting, very important time. Let us all really adapt. Let us already connect with you in guiding us. Senator on Reverend Utaka, Senator on Reverend President Mrs. Hori in the Asia Pacific region. So thank you once again. Please continue to support all our precious brothers and sisters in their mission areas, in the islands, and in all the different aspects of their mission. Thank you once again. Pray and report in the name of Greg and Rachel Stormberg Central Family. Jew.
Okay, thank you very much.